Welcome to Not All Business, a podcast by two former CEOs who went from competitors to friends. I'm Blakely Graham, and my co-host is Heather Cooper, and we're joined by our producer, Clay Cornell, who has edited this episode so that it's perfect. Today's sticky situation is how to give feedback to somebody if you're a people pleaser like me. And let me tell y'all, it's not 6 steps, it's only 5.5.
Not all business.
I woke up this morning, one of my best friends, she's going to be on the show in a few weeks. I will save her name for later. She's like, quick feedback, you look naked on the show. I'm like, damn it.
You were naked last week.
I did have a tank top on, and I definitely look naked on the show. It was hot because I'm married to like this guy who likes it's like 76 degrees in here. It's insane. And so then I can't have the window open, and I got this bright light in my face. And so I just took my sweater off, and then I had a tank top, but my hair was covering it. So I look naked on the show. Sorry, everyone.
I feel like that's on brand.
For me to look naked on the show?
Sure, why not? We're like supposed to be a little bit risky, a little bit non-conventional, talk
Not
about
all
the
business.
situations that,
A little bit naked. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm only like half naked.
Yeah. It's getting good reviews so far.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about something else before we go?
Oh, I do. I had a day today. So normally I
Yeah.
spend the day. So everyone is like, I prepare for these podcasts, these interviews. And this is where I wish maybe our guest had little earmuffs on, but I had no time to prepare today because my daughter had to go to the ENT for the
Again?
7th time this month. Yeah. So
You're
last
a
night.
bad mom.
Oh.
That's what I hear when I hear that. I hear bad.
So I've taken her
Mom.
to urgent care 3 times, the ER once, and the ENT that I'm cash paying because our insurance is shit because you can't get fucking insurance anymore. And you think I'm a bad mom?
Well, I think Child Protective Services just perked up and listening.
Yeah.
I think 7 visits to ER in a month is a lot.
Well, it is. It is. And
Okay.
she's got some big tonsils. But she told me this last night at like 5:20 or something. She's like, Mom, I've got to go to the doctor right now. Call. I'm like, they can't. It's closed. So I woke up early. She's like, have you called yet? Have you called yet? And it's like 7:58. I'm like, I had to wait 2 minutes. And then at 8 o'clock, have you called? And so I got her appointment, and I'm like, is it hurting you? She's like, no, it's just like so swollen. I can barely swallow. I'm like, oh, okay. She goes, but that's not the point. The point is it's homecoming. I'm like,
Oh.
yeah.
And
big
you
deal.
didn't even know about homecoming. I feel like the bad mom, it's piling up.
Okay, we're not going to go into my
Okay.
side story, but
Sorry.
it's been a week.
Okay.
But here what was awesome about today is I spent, instead of prepping for the show as I normally did, I got the perspective of what homecoming means to my daughter.
Oh.
And then about an hour before I came into the studio, my son was home with all of his guy friends. And I got the guy perspective. And the difference is fascinating. It's fascinating. And I know that we have royalty in the room, in the house. Were you homecoming princess, queen,
Jesus.
court?
I was queen if you're going to reference and get it right. But
Just
also,
wondering.
is it fascinating the difference of how guys are looking at homecoming versus girls? Is that, I feel like I kind of gutturally just know what that night's about.
I guess I just assumed it was the same. Like when
Like
we
they
were
want to
growing
dance
up.
with you, take you to
Yes, like,
Olive Garden.
Yes. So none of this is
Yeah.
happening anymore. None of it. So here is my daughter's homecoming agenda. She's waking up Saturday morning. This is why she cannot have a sore throat. She's getting in the shower. Then her and her friends are going to the nail salon. They're getting their nails done. And when they do nails, they have to like put them on and do designs and whatever down. Then they go to house 1. And at house 1, they all get handed out matching PJs. And at that house, there's munchies, like brunch munchies that they can snack on. And then they make bouquets, which I don't get. Like we used to have corsages and boutonnieres, right? You just bought them at the Safeway. No, so they make bouquets. Yeah. Oh yeah, wait for it. This is insane. And then they get out of the
awesome.
What?
In the morning, the girls are just doing this.
Yeah, this is the girls' agenda. I'm going to give you the guys' agenda. So this is the girls' agenda.
Okay.
They put on their dresses, and that's another big difference. They have special underwear to put on under the dresses because their dresses do not cover their asses, and they have bouncy castles at prom or homecoming or whatever, so they need something underneath. Dresses are so short. They put those on, and then they put on heels. This is important.
Okay.
So then they get in cars. They drive across town to house 2 that has like the most beautiful view. And they take pictures with all the girls. And then the guys show up in the friend group. I'm like, well, how many people are you talking about? 42.
Wow, so your kids are
42
popular.
people.
That's nice
And
for them.
This is my
I'm
daughter's
serious.
story. Yeah,
No,
it's crazy.
It's nice though. Not everybody has that.
So then they take those shoes off and they put their Adidas. Last year it was Converse. This year's it's Adidas.
I'm on board with this.
They drive to house 3. That's my house. House 3, and
The
this is
drug
where I'm
house.
like so embarrassed by like
the
what we
drugs?
agreed to do.
Oh,
We're having sushi.
is that what they call
That's
it?
a lot of money. Sushi. And I go, is it just the girls or just the guys? And she's like, I don't know yet. She's like, it's for sure girls. They're doing sushi. If the guys come, we can add pizza on. That's awesome.
They don't have to squeeze into those dresses.
So it's
Okay.
So, what? We're in house 3. So then they walk up to, oh, nope. One more thing. She's a junior. Her boyfriend's a senior. Her boyfriend isn't allowed to do any of that stuff. But now that the friend group is like solid, now boyfriend can come in. We can
Boyfriend
take
is
another
sweet.
picture. Oh, boyfriend's awesome. I
Love
love
him.
this kid. And then they walk up together to the high school. They stay for a hot second, and then they go to house 4, which is the after party. Like that's the day
God
from the
bless
girl
House
timeline.
4. God bless
Yeah.
House 4.
Yeah. We were
be
House
thankful
4
you're
once
not
and
House
never
4.
again.
Yeah,
Never.
same.
Never.
Wow. Yeah, it's a little different than Olive Garden and the dance. And then went
It's
home. I mean, that
so
was
different.
what we did.
That's what we did. We wore knee-length dresses. We had corsages. It was about the romance. It was about getting asked. Now you don't ask. This is the other detail.
I love that though.
You don't get asked unless you're dating someone. And my son said, you basically he used a really good word. Like you lose, not like credibility, that's like an adult word, but like you lose some like points if you
Riz?
give
No.
like the homecoming poster. You do not do that unless you're at least in talking status. But they do like these homecoming posters.
Oh, the proposal, like the promposals and stuff like that. Poor guys. Jeez. It used to just be like, hey, are you going to the dance with anybody? Do you want to go?
I know.
And that was it. Now they have to have a theme and like, you're my lifesaver with like lifesavers all over the board. I just came up with that, by the way. Feel free to use it.
Lifesavers.
But that's, I don't know. Just popped in my
I
head.
think they sell those at the 5 and dime, Heather. I think you could get in there.
Okay.
My
Okay,
daughter
that's an old joke.
actually, she made a poster for, this is spoiler alert. This is coming out this Thursday. She has not given this poster to her boyfriend yet. So if he is a listener, like just earmuff this, but she's actually making a poster for him because she thinks it's wrong that guys should have all the pressure.
Oh,
And
good for
she's like,
Lula.
I'm an artist, I love to do
Okay.
it. So she made one.
Good for
it's
her.
amazing. And yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
now the guy's perspective. My son comes over today with 2 guys. They're sitting, listening to like some music. I don't know. They're just chilling. I'm like, what do you guys think about all this prom stuff? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, give me your agenda. And he's like, well, what do you mean? Like, what do you do to get ready? He's like, I don't know. Like, I
Sure.
don't know. It's like you put some jeans on. If you're feeling it, like maybe you put on a button down and then you like go. I go, well, do you eat? Do you go out to dinner? I think we'll do like microwave pizza this year. Okay. Do you do pictures? No, but like we might go to Jackson's and do some flips and get some shots of that, They go to the dance
Wait, what's
for a hot
Jackson's?
second.
Is that like a trampoline park?
Sounds like his friend's house.
It's like the friend that's hosting the microwave pizza.
Oh, it's a person's name. Okay.
I guess so, yeah.
House one. House one for the boys.
That's all they get. They only
Yeah.
get one
House.
house. They go to the dance and they're super introspective. They're like, Mom, it's not about romance anymore. Homecoming is about like friends, and they don't even play slow songs. Do you remember this? Like dancing? Like the
I
song
do,
you-
and it was painful and embarrassing, and I hated it. I'm glad that it was so sad to be a girl that did not get asked. I was absolutely
I
that
know.
girl. It was like last minute, and it was an afterthought, and it was just like really
Wait,
uncomfortable.
back it up. What do you mean you were absolutely that girl? You were homecoming queen and you didn't get asked? Were you one of those like bitchy, scary,
bloomers?
like I don't want to talk to you kind of
No, I
it
was
girls?
No, I bloomed over the years because I came from like this crazy private school, like super, super, really strict. Like I wore dress and knee socks in my first day of public high school. It was a whole thing. So it took me a bit. But
I see.
I got there. But at first, back in the day, homecoming wasn't about, it was about you wanted to get something to happen at the end of the night.
Yeah.
That's in Detroit anyway. I don't know. But there was some expectations, and everybody was pretty clear there was nothing that was going to happen at the end of the night with me.
Because
That's what I tell myself.
you know how we do in Detroit.
Because you know how you do in
know
Detroit.
what
Yeah,
we
you get down
do.
to business.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know
we know.
what we're doing.
What we're doing, Ice Cube.
That's an inside joke, the Ice Cube thing.
Okay. It's an inside joke, and also
Okay, can we go on this little tangent real quick? Ice Cube is in Colorado right now. Blakely said she had an opportunity possibly to hang out with him. She didn't get invited.
No, I didn't. I didn't
Not-
say that. I
Yeah,
just said
she hasn't changed a bit since last episode where she said she was going to change a bit. You haven't changed a bit. She said she was going to get invited. She didn't get invited. So then Clay said, "What's the other artist in Detroit?" And you said,
No,
was it
actually,
our guest?
our guest asked that question, correct?
God bless her. I think our guest asked it. Yeah. And then Blakely said, "Go ahead, Blakers, say
I
it."
said, okay, first of all, my name is
Yeah,
not
no,
Blakers.
it is.
Second of all, I said M&M's.
Yeah.
Eminem. I know what his name is.
And then you said
His
M&Ms.
name is what?
Am I supposed to say Slim
My name
Shady?
is-
Okay,
What?
there we
Well,
go.
it's-
There we
it's not
go.
a song.
You're back.
I
Slim
know who
Shady.
M&M's is.
Jesus. Okay, then we're gonna lose Clay again. Clay turned off his thing. He had to take a walk around the block. Then he came back. It's Eminem.
Why did that come up anyway? Is
It's-
Ice Cube
it's-
from Detroit? I thought he was from
No,
California.
because you said Ice Cube. And it was like, no one says it like that. That's why you didn't get invited.
You didn't get invited.
But
You
what
would
does
not
that
have
have
gotten
to do
invited.
with Detroit? And why am I supposed to say Ice Cube, not Ice Cube?
We're gonna work on it. We got to get to our guest. We can't waste any more time on this.
All right, let's go.
But just before, in good conscience, I can't let you. It's Eminem. No,
I
no
know.
S. No
I just make
M&Ms.
fun of him because he's just like a little.
Oh, do you want to? I don't think you want to keep. What?
What did you?
You don't. What? He's a little.
He's kind of whiny.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to get to our guest. Clay, you take a walk around the block. We'll come back.
Do you guys love this guy?
Yes, Blakely, with all of our heart.
All right,
8
Slim
Mile.
Shady.
8 Mile is true, and I
Sure.
lived very near
Sorry.
there, and all of the things. Okay, we have to get to Julie. The poor thing.
sorry.
It's gonna
Let's
be
go to
okay.
Joy. Let's go to Joy.
Today's guest was recently featured in MSN.com's Female Powerhouses You Should Know, and it's easy to see why. Julie Holunga has impacted over 8,000 professionals and teams to eradicate lazy leadership. She worked at Harvard University. She still reviews manuscripts for the Harvard Business Review and is famous for her TED Talk, Don't Let Your Words Sabotage Your Career. Please give a warm welcome to Julie Holunga.
Hi, everyone. Blakely here. This episode of Not All Business is brought to you by yours truly, where strategist Cindy Fergard helps growth-minded leaders navigate pivotal moments with confidence. I worked with Cindy when I was CEO of TaskRay, and she's what I call a CEO whisperer. She helped us execute a complete brand pivot, boosted me up as a leader, and set us up to hit aggressive growth targets that led to our successful exit. Whether you've hit a growth plateau or you're evolving your company, maybe you're at a career crossroads, yours truly provides the strategic guidance you need, because what got you here won't always get you where you want to go. So sometimes you need a Cindy to help push you forward. Visit itsyourstruly.com and mention Not All Business for a complimentary strategy consultation. Okay, back to the show.
Thank you for listening to our nonsense in the background as we talked. Did you
Very
hear Blake?
entertaining.
I know. Well, thank you for bringing out that Blakely didn't know how to say M&M. So that is just fantastic.
You're welcome.
I do,
You're welcome.
I do.
All right. Well, Julie, let's just jump in here. So, you and I'll tell a quick story about how we met. And I'm curious to see if you actually remember this. So we were at a Chief event. It was down in Denver, and that was the first time. And these things are always kind of awkward. Blakely, I don't know if you've ever gone to these types of, I don't know if you're in Chief. It's an invite only, so I don't know.
Don't even start leaderboards on invite only.
I
You
know.
know
I know.
Ice Cube
I
and
lose
Prime
every
were going to
time.
invite me to the field today.
I know.
So.
Oh, yeah.
I know I lose every time. Anyway, it's an executive women's network. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, so we met at an event there, and they're a little bit awkward because they're all these successful, confident women, but then we're in this room, nobody knows each other, so you're kind of looking for somebody to make friends with, and that awkward moment to start. And so Julie and I, we just kind of, I don't remember if I walked up to you or you walked up to me, but it was instantly.
What I remember is that you beelined for me when I walked in. I was like,
sounds
whoa,
right.
whoa, whoa.
Sounds right.
Who's coming for me?
Came on strong.
Hi, I'm Heather.
Hi.
Will you be my
my
friend? Will you be my friend?
That sounds like a
I
puppy
was
dog.
homecoming queen. I'm fun.
Oh
I'm
my
popular.
God.
Please. I'm so mean. I'm so sorry.
That's how I got all my friends. Okay.
All right, Julie. Tell us about Heather.
Okay. Yeah, no, I want to hear from your perspective. That's so funny because I do. Yeah, I'm here. I'm like, I don't know. Did you come up to me or did I come to you? She's like, no, you.
Oh, you
raced up
beelined.
to me.
There was
I
no
did.
coming up to.
I know. I
It
know.
was
What did I
just
say?
like, whoosh. You're like,
Yeah.
hi. A lot of energy. But do you know what I remember in addition to meeting you that night? And this
What?
was a few years ago, several years ago, was, you're talking about like really impressive women. It was like one badass woman after the other. And one of the women, whose name I don't remember, had worked on and was one of the founders of
Ozempic.
Ozempic.
I was going to talk to you about this. Do you remember that awkward
Yes.
moment? Is that what you want to talk about?
Yes.
Oh, that's so funny.
Do you remember this? Because we
Yes.
were talking
Go.
to her, and I asked her, like, what's your perspective? I was watching my words. What's your perspective of Ozempic being used for weight loss? And she was amazing. And she was
It's
like,
amazing.
well,
We're going to get her on here.
oh, yeah, you have to. She's
Yeah.
like, well,
What did she say?
She was like very smart about how she answered it and very
Because she
relaxed
invented
and-
it for diabetic
for
purposes.
diabetes. Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
And then she did talk about the supply issues. So
Yes.
she didn't directly come out and say, I don't agree. She was very good. But then literally
That's the best
within 5 minutes of me asking that question, people are networking and moving about. Another woman comes up who was hysterical, by the way. She's like a former collegiate basketball player. I mean, I'm saying like every woman there was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And so then at some point in the conversation, it comes up again that she worked on she was like the founder, developer of Ozempic.
Yeah.
And this woman is like, I'm on Ozempic and I love it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is exactly, thank God she wasn't here. But that woman just kept such a great poker face. She had a smile on her
did.
face. You would never have known what was brewing up here. It was amazing.
I love, because when I thought about how we met, I remembered that moment because I knew we would be friends because we both looked at each other like, holy shit, did
What?
that just happen? Because she had been,
Yes.
the woman who invented, she'd been working on it for 20 years. She worked, it was started out ear, nose, and throat, and then sleep studies and all that, and all leading back to like this for this drug. And so she was very frustrated by the difficulty of getting the drug out to there was a huge shortage, and then it was only getting by celebrities or people who didn't necessarily need it for their health reasons. And so the world's in a different place, the market's in a different place right now.
But Oprah looks pretty slim right now.
She does, and she looks great. And she's actually somebody who is perfect for that. Like that is
Right.
It's anyway, no judgment on who's using it or when or why, but at that time it really was an issue from a shortage perspective. And so when the other woman walked up, who was just absolutely, I mean, she's a gorgeous woman, she just maybe needed to lose 10 pounds, like, you know, it was just like the exact reason of why this other woman got out. She just walked right up. Oh, God. And I looked at you, Julie. I just laughed so hard.
I know.
Like, okay. Well, hey, that was a good example of professional and
Totally. It was really impressive.
Communicate. Yeah.
Yes.
It really was. But that is kind of your wheelhouse, I think, if I think about teaching people how to react in situations like that. So from your perspective as a professional who's living in those situations day in, day out, tell me more.
Yeah, well, it's exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
You know, it's that, whether we call it a poker face or professional, however you want to say it. But what I always tell leaders is really think about how you want to come across, right? Because wouldn't that have been a totally different story? We'd have had a totally different perspective on her had she responded, well, that's not what it's used for. And there are people out there who really need it. And do you really need it, right? Like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like conflict. So I'm always trying to build
nice
consensus
profession you
first.
chose. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll teach others how to deal with it.
I was going to say, that's not what it says on your website.
Yeah. Well, I like to teach others how to deal with it. And I've learned to deal with it. But I don't like those awkward moments, right? Like, and I mean, even to the point, if I'm out to dinner with girlfriends, I hate being the one to taste the wine, because if I don't like it, I'm not going to send it back. You know, or like, I'm not going to be the one to say, hey, can you heat up my food?
Yeah.
Because right? So,
Yeah.
and maybe that's a little people pleasing in me.
No, that's a bucket list of mine to send back a bottle of wine. I've never had the guts to do it, but I just
Why
feel
would
like
you do that, though?
But I don't know
Why? I don't
enough
know.
about wine.
Feels
Why
cool
is that
to
on your
know.
bucket list?
I don't
Like,
know.
why is your
Blakely.
bucket list about negative, like making someone feel bad? I don't get it.
It's not really. It's just because I think it's a power move and it would make me feel cool. I'd probably leave and be like, I'm sorry about that. I will pay for it. Just don't tell anybody else.
You should just be one of those people that buys like the $400 wine and then they swish it and spit it out.
Spit it out. Yeah.
What's the purpose?
That's the worst.
But-
Yeah,
Okay.
they do that.
But to the point of the conversation, isn't that moment when you're supposed to taste the wine not actually about if you like the wine? It's actually to taste
Whether
it
it's bad
if
or
it's
not.
bad or
See if
not.
it's
Like
corked.
it
Yes.
is wrong. So in that
Yeah.
sense,
Yes.
you know, many people would read that situation as like, do I like this? Do I not like this? I should make a value judgment on this, as opposed to this is actually like a yes or no question as a part to like, is this going to make us sick? Or is
That's actually a great point. That's like revisionist history, right? Like we have morphed the tasting of the wine. But you're right, Clay. The origin is like, is it a corked wine or not a corked wine? And if it's corked, of course, I have sent back a corked wine before. But it's very obvious. So you're right. Let's fix history on this.
Right. Because I've been at dinner here in Golden. We have a wine, like a wine bar.
Oh, the place on
And-
the corner.
Yeah, exactly. And this is years ago. I was at a friend's birthday party. She had a friend there who I knew of but didn't know. And the woman tried to send back the wine. And I was crawling under the table because it was just, no offense, Heather.
No,
but it was
it's
such
'cause-
a power, like it was a dick move. Are we allowed to, am I allowed to say
It
that?
was
You
on
are
her
allowed
bucket
to,
list,
you,
Julie.
No, to
was on
know
her
enough
bucket
about
list.
wine that I should have to send it back, but you didn't let me finish.
Okay, that's different.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
that's
Thank you.
not being a power move. This was like,
Yeah.
and the waiter was like, "It's fine. If you don't like it, I understand, but it's fine." And I so badly want to like give him a high five, hug him, because
Yeah.
she was awful. She also happened. Total side note: when my friend, there were a dozen of us there, she was opening up presents, and I got her this really funky vase that you put out in the wall. It was like
Yeah,
more of an art
sounds so
piece
cool.
than. I thought it was really cool too. Everyone there had gotten her bracelets. Remember the Annie and Alex and Ani bracelets?
Oh, I do. I know what you're talking
were
about. I think they
big.
had a store in Boulder for a hot second
Yes.
and then it went out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But they were really popular. I think, 90% of the people there got her one of those, and I didn't. And when my friend opened up the vase, this woman, the wine taster,
Yeah.
bitch, yeah, the wine bitch,
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh my God, what is that?" And I again wanted to crawl under the table.
Oh, honey, what is
Yeah.
she
Why
doing?
were you at this party?
Ladies, can we support each other?
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's horrible. That is
Yeah,
horrible.
yeah. But back to your point about like the communication of it, like that.
Yes.
You know, that woman, the Ozempic woman, queen, and this
Yes.
wine bitch, right? Like,
Yeah.
that painted the picture for me in one night. I never want to hang out with the wine bitch,
Right.
and the Ozempic queen.
Right.
Like if I saw her, I don't remember her name, but
Linda
I think I would
Shapiro
recognize.
Manning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
She is amazing.
I would want to be in her company. I would want to learn from her. I want to hear from her. And that's why I always tell people, like, think about that. Like, even if internally you're like, all right, wine bitch, you know, you just got put in your place.
But it's because it was her humility. I mean, if we look at everybody in that room as equal, okay?
Right.
There's the person who's going to be overbearing and judgmental and harsh. And what's that coming? It's not coming out of a place of self-security or, feeling confident. It's the opposite. It's like, how am I going to distinguish myself or go back to middle school and be like, have like a gang of people like, oh my God, can you believe that Julie got her that instead? Where Linda's like, I'm just going to be myself. I'm going to say what's true, but I'm also going to be kind.
Yes. Right. And it's deliberate, right?
It's deliberate. And there were lots of things that she could say. And she chose kindness to empower another woman without judgment, and also answered some pretty fantastic health questions following that. I remember she asked, like, should it be doing this or should I do this? And then she just answered the health questions because it was important to that woman with zero judgment. And that's helping each other instead of condemning.
And that kindness. Right.
Yeah.
And so we had this one interaction with her. And we remember, right?
Yep.
And you're good because you remember her name. But that's why I always tell people, like, be really thoughtful of how you want to be remembered. Because what I'm seeing, my biggest issue right now with leadership is, and I say this as a behavior, is that people are behaving as lazy leaders. And oftentimes it's just there's so much on their plate. They're going from meeting to meeting. They don't have time to think about, how do I want to show up in this group?
So lazy leaders, like, they're rushing around and they're just barking orders? Or
They might be barking orders. And I say, I'm going to correct you on this, Blakely. It's not that they're lazy leaders. It's the behavior. I'm being kind here, Heather.
Okay, sorry.
But it's the behavior of lazy leadership.
Is that they're slipping into reactive mode?
It's so easy to do, and we've all been there. Right? When we hear about people saying, I have 200 emails a day and I have 1,000 Slack messages a day, and I can't keep up.
I call bankruptcy on that. I'm like done.
What does that
with
mean?
email.
You call bankruptcy on that?
I mean, I don't have a day job at the moment other than being with you wonderful folks, and I cannot keep up with my email. So I just call bankruptcy. Like, screw it. Like, I'm so behind that they're just going to have to come back.
Is that a Monopoly reference? Like, what are you saying? You call bankruptcy?
You know, when you call
heard
bankrupt is like you
give up?
Yeah, essentially, right?
Okay,
like, I'd rather wipe the slate clean and like get rid of my debt. Like, that's what you're doing in bankruptcy, and you're starting fresh.
Right.
A bit.
Yep.
I feel like that now. I can't imagine. I was there, like, when we were running the companies, Heather. Like, it's like, God, like, it was 20,000 times that. So I totally get it, Julie. But are you, and I hear those behaviors, and I certainly have had and probably have those behaviors still, hopefully not terribly lazy, leadery behaviors. But are you saying to be in the moment? Is like that the message to like whoever is in front of me right now? I need to like be focused on them, looking at them, hearing them, and that just tells them they're being seen. Is that and the key, or is there more?
Exactly. Okay. And practicing, right, that active listening that we all, and we all, look, we're all being inundated with so much information and, notifications constantly going off, right? And so how do you make, whether it's your direct report or a colleague or a customer or a client, how do you make them feel like they want to do business with you or they want to work for you and they're going to go above and beyond? The best thing you can do is to be present. But what I say is like truly listen to them and not be distracted by the phone. Like, so I have kids a little bit older than yours, Blakely, and we were on a road trip last summer and up to Canada, and 15-hour road trip in the middle of nowhere. There's not a lot to look at. There's not a lot to stop and do. And we were talking to the kids about, the notifications coming in and how they feel about like needing to be that constantly responding. And they said, well, we can do two things at once. You guys can't do that. Your generation can't do that, but we can do that. And so then I pull out the neuroscience on them.
Yeah, you're like, bullshit.
I'm like, hold on to this, honey. And then, I want to be right because I am mom and I'm always right.
So good. I want to pull out neuroscience. That's so badass.
Right?
Okay.
Like what it does to their brain.
Yeah.
And then, there was this moment of silence and then they're like, yeah, I see what you're saying, but, and I'm like, nope, that's not how it is. But if you can just be with someone, right? If they have half an hour and you can be with them.
In the responding to the notifications, I mean, man, I am so guilty of sitting in a conference room, and it might be one person in there, it might be 12 people in there, whether it's my laptop screen that's up or it's my phone, I will be pulled out into that other moment, which is automatically communicating to everyone else that something else more important than you and what you're saying has just come to my attention. And I don't think a thing of it because I am trying to, I'm like, okay, well, I'm an executive and the accountant is waiting on this and I can multitask and I can do this, but I am 100% not giving the people in the room the attention they deserve. Oh, and by the way, when it's my turn to talk and I see someone else doing that, I get annoyed.
Right, exactly.
And welcome to my dinner table.
Not fair.
Right, and that whole idea where someone's like under the table, it's like, I know what you're doing under there, right? Like it's so obvious. Yeah.
But let's also talk about, it's not the benefits. Like it's not just how you want someone to feel or how you want to be known, but there are true inefficiencies in not giving someone your attention. Like think about how many back and forth emails and Slack messages you're going to have for that project because you did not deliver clear instructions with as my coach used to say, who we're having on soon, clear conditions of satisfaction. Like how do they know if they're doing a good job or not? Like there's just all this stuff and that builds trust and it makes your whole company move faster. Julie, I love it.
But then also don't you have to, you also then have to respect people's time and only schedule in-person face-to-face meetings when it's necessary. Because if you've got
agenda.
And there's an agenda.
Schedule something without an agenda.
If you've got back-to-back and they are still trying to do their job, when do you expect them to respond to those emails? When do you expect them to get those Slack messages back? And that
has certainly changed in the last 5 years. Like the uptick of meetings. Does this need to be a meeting? And Blakely, I'm with you. Like if there's not agenda, I'm not joining. And I tell all my leaders, especially when they get into the C-suite or one step below even, if agenda is not given to you, ask why they want you in that meeting. And if they don't have a very clear reason, I have this very kind, back to what we were talking about, like, thanks so much. I can't make it, but please let me know how I can be a resource to you or what questions come up in the meeting. But very clear.
Hold on, I'm writing that down just a second.
Yes.
Oh, Julie and Heather, do I have something for you? I'm just going to hold on.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly, Blakely.
That's the bingo thing?
Are you printing memes? What are you doing?
What are you doing? You are in trouble.
I think it's awesome, Blakely.
Thank you, Julie. Because it's just what Julie is on here. So here.
Is that a clipboard?
It is a
Is this
clipboard. I love
19
it.
fucking 50? What are
This
you?
is
I
what I
love
used
it.
to have in my
use a
office, and I kept
clipboard?
it. Yeah, it's called Email Like a Boss. And like, so if you want to say, where the heck are we on this? You don't say, just wanted to check in. You say, when can I expect an update?
Oh,
This
never
is
say
what-
just. Yeah.
Yes, this is what I got out of your TED Talk. Like,
Oh, that came from you. That came from you, Julie. The don't say just thing. I forgot about that. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just like.
Oh, you just said it.
Oh, shut up.
You did. You're like,
Shut up,
it's
shut up,
just,
shut up, shut up.
it's just that.
It is a filler word, by the way.
I have lots of filler words. Anyway, or like you don't say, like, if you took a long time, you know, like, sorry for the delay. You're like, thank you for your patience.
Thank you.
And
Yep.
Is this a cheat sheet? What is on
Yes.
your clipboard? Show me again.
email like a boss.
It'd be easier to discuss in person. Okay.
Take a
gotcha.
picture of that or
Yes.
send it to me. We'll put it up on the screen so people can read it.
Yeah. Oh, it's from ADHDD.com.
It's a lot of
that.
D's. That's
I don't
that's
know.
a
Anyway,
lot.
Not allowed to
but
go to that
this
website.
is I think really like tips like that. And so whatever you just wrote down, Heather, as I was getting distracted by my ADHD email like a boss,
Clipboard.
they're brilliant. Like how many more? Like let's.
I have a whole glossary I can share with you guys.
That
of
would be amazing.
emailing, even, picking up the phone, because how many times I've actually started saving this month. I just started saving emails, like cold call people reaching out to me to sell payroll
Right.
Yeah.
and just following up, just checking in, all the bad examples of things. And I have this initial reaction of wanting to write them back and say, this is the most poorly written email I've ever seen, and here's how to do it instead, but I don't want to take the time. So not my
You
problem.
should have like a cheat sheet that we can all feed into Chat GPT, and so we can sound a lot more direct. Like
Yeah,
that's
but
what they're doing.
what I always talk about it is a directness, but the way I look at it is when we say, hey, I'm just following up. Did you get a chance to review what I sent you? Versus that's conditional. It's putting you in this one down position and giving that other person more status. And what we want to do is create this equal status in the conversation in the room. So instead, if you are, yes, direct, but some people, direct has this bad connotation, which is wrong. But what I say is to be more declarative and to say, last time we spoke, we talked about wanting to move forward by Friday. Today's Tuesday. Yes, today's Tuesday. What do you need from me so we hit that deadline? It's declarative. Or you may even say, before I can move forward with X, Y, and Z, I need you to give me feedback on this. If I don't hear from you, I assume it's good to go. And it's
that goes
amazing.
both ways. Oh, go ahead.
Totally.
Yeah.
But it is amazing when you hold that equal status. You're not better than me. You're not more knowledgeable than me. We each are bringing equal expertise to the conversation. It's amazing the return rate on that email or Slack message or text or whatever it is that you get. But if you put yourself in this one down position and give them more power, they're not going to respond. And it's not a threat like, if I don't hear from you, screw you. It's not that. I'm assuming that it's all good unless I hear otherwise.
And so can you do that? Is there a power dynamic there, or are people who are reporting up to a boss, do they still have that power to communicate in a declarative fashion, request that clarity? Does that go both ways?
Yes, I firmly, given my experience, know that it is. And the reason I say that is because I hear from leaders who say, don't be wishy-washy around me. Tell me what you need. Tell me where I'm the roadblock, right? You just talked about it. Like I'm calling bankrupt on the emails, which I love that. I'm going to use that, Blakely. But as a leader, I have a client who recently became CEO. So she's been rising up through the ranks, but this is the first time she's in the C-suite. And she said to me, I don't want to get in the weeds. Don't give me a 10-page report. Give me that 1-page, even better, half-page summary. And I said to her, your value is not knowing all the details. Your value is being able to call upon the right people to get the details. You need to know just enough to be dangerous, which I've heard so many leaders say that. But when this CEO, I gave her permission to, you don't have to know all the details. That's not a good value add. When you go to the board and you start talking in that minutia, they're going to question their hire. You stay high level. Those leaders who practice.
I'm sorry. It's
leaders-
just because I think that you could. I think this is a learning opportunity for you. See, we don't have to have every single damn detail all the way down. I mean, it's good to know some, but you
Wait,
dive
what are we talking
so
about?
deep.
My operations guide?
I haven't read it yet. It's really long. But I'm just saying.
She wants the one-page summary.
I think.
Okay, let me just
teasing you.
clarify.
I love you. I love
Let
you.
me clarify that Heather is in charge of social media this week for the first time.
Yeah.
Okay, so Julie, I'm sorry for your
Look
show.
out. It's going to be
I'm
messed
sorry.
up. It's going to be wrong.
I wrote her a guide to show her how to do it.
I appreciate it. I haven't even looked at it
And
yet.
she won't read it. And
I
it'll
will
probably be the
read
best
it.
social media week. I will give you props, Heather. Your preps are the best because it is like, here's like 3 bullets. Like, let's just, they're
where it
very
goes.
executive. I'm not that kind of
Yeah.
executive. I'm in the weeds. It's probably only why I led a company only one time, not 10 times.
All right. Well, one of
But-
us is retired, and so I'm not saying you're doing it wrong. So anyway,
Something worked.
yeah, something worked there, friend.
Heather, to your question though, I first, my inclination was like, it's a little CYA if it's coming from a subordinate, right? Because you're saying, hey, we talked about in this meeting, you gave me this assignment, you were supposed to give me this input, you were supposed to review my document, you didn't. You gave me a deadline of Saturday, I'm not going to hit it unless you get it to me by 3. And so it feels a little CYA if like a subordinate does it to a leader. But then again, you know what it also does? What did we call that when something gets buried in the inbox and so they bounce it up? I don't know. There's like a term for it. And that's also what it's doing. It's like bouncing it up. So
Real quick, sorry to interrupt. What does CYA mean?
cover
Cover
your
your
ass. I love how you know what IP stands for.
He knows what it means. He's just doing his job.
Oh, you're right. It's your job.
I
apologize.
actually
Yeah.
did not know what that meant.
You never heard CYA, cover your
I'm
ass?
sure
I'm sure there's like songs about CYA. Like that seems like very. Eminem would sing that. Eminem's.
M&Ms.
and M&Ms. But wouldn't, like when you talk about CYA, yes, the subordinate is doing that for themselves, but also my sense is a deliberate leader will see that as she's also covering the leader's ass.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Yeah,
And
it's
so
proactive. It's proactive.
it's proactive, but it also, Blakely, and I know sometimes in emails we can't read tone.
Yeah, it's a problem.
But going back to what we were talking about, how Heather and I met, and I don't mean when she bombarded me when I walked in the door and still had my coat on, but like kindness and tone. And so it's not pointing out what you didn't do, but like, let's say I'm reaching out to you, Blakely, and saying, hey, you set this deadline of Friday afternoon. These are the pieces I'm waiting on. What do you need from me? Like, it's more like approaching it with this perspective of I'm supporting you. I want to make you look good. Not, hey, you said you were going to do this. You didn't do it. I'm out. Right? That's a totally different tone and conversation.
Good point. Good point. You're right. The way that is worded, there's a subtle distinction where I don't feel like, ooh, I let her down. Yeah, it's more like, oh yeah, we're in this. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah. That's a good
Right.
point.
But I also say this. I was working with a team a while ago and a C-suite, and one of the individuals asked for feedback in front of the 10 people from
Brave.
the CEO.
Never.
Yeah.
Never would I do that.
Never.
I would do it.
And she is the newest one on the team.
Send you right back.
Yeah. And
on my
so the
bucket
president
list.
said, I need you to build more trust with this colleague.
What?
And the
In front of the
response was,
colleague?
In front of the colleague?
and the response was, I can't believe you just outed me.
Ooh.
So the CEO said, you just asked me. But her tone was very kind, was gentle, was, I would love for you and this other individual to build trust and to communicate more often. Very like broad strokes. And all of a sudden then that individual is in this defense mode, like her whole body language changed.
Mine just changed.
And I wanted, yeah.
And
I
did
wanted to
anyone
say to her,
else? Go ahead.
oh yeah, it was, and the CEO was like, you literally asked me and I told you. And so that, like, I would like feedback. That was a knee-jerk reaction to some other things that I think were going on that I won't share. But I do have an opinion on.
Okay.
But
Can we hear it, please? We won't say the names or anybody won't even know who you're talking about.
well, I think there's some insecurity there.
Mm-hmm.
And she wanted to feel heard.
Yeah.
But as soon as that came out, my sense was that she regretted it because she got what she wanted. You can't ask for something and then get defensive when you
Yeah.
receive it.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
recommend the 360 reviews?
I do.
For
I do. And
managers?
I do it a little bit differently. From experience of, I used to do it confidentially. And I would pick out the themes. You know, if I heard someone say, Heather needs to chill out when she's meeting new people. And I heard that 3 times, I would share it.
Okay.
And what I realized was it was a disconnect because I would give the feedback and people would say, that's helpful, but I don't know who said that. So I don't know where I need to chill out or with whom. So I
yeah. And
changed it.
I would so trace that down, like, because that would get in my head and I would be like, wait, who have I met in the last 6
Right.
you know, and it would drive me a little bit crazy if I didn't know.
Right. And you would focus on the who as opposed to the actual feedback that would be helpful.
Yes, exactly. Because I would
Yes.
get defensive and I would be like, well, wait
Right.
a minute. That can't be right.
Right.
Or, yeah.
Exactly. So I use a tool called Shift Positive, and it's all based on positive psychology. So when you focus on what someone does really well and where else they can bring that strength, you are way more likely to actually shift that behavior. So I don't do it confidential. So when I talk to the allies to get feedback, I let them know ahead of time. I reiterate it when we speak. This is not confidential. So if at any point you want to say, okay, don't capture this, let me think about how I phrase this, we can always do that. And it is amazing how people receive it. Their guards may be up when they first join, you know, their shoulders are up here and they're like steeling themselves. But they aren't. They receive it and they're actually able to change the behavior.
Because it's delivered in a positive way.
But is it? We spend a lot of time focusing on that positive stuff. And so the stuff that needs working on, that's objectives and my expectations, right? It just kind of gets lost because you're just promoting more and more of the good. Is that what this is doing? Is it saying, hey, Julie, you are so good at conducting meetings, but what you're really bad at is showing up to meetings on time. But we're not going to say you're not showing up to meetings on time. We're just going to keep saying, like, you're so good at meetings that we just want you more in that role and we just don't try to correct the other behavior. Like, what's the nuance?
No, so yeah, the nuance is that we focus on the strength. You're great at contributing. I love hearing your insight in the meetings. And, not but, and I really need you to show up on time. Because what happens, like, and this is a little bit of the feedback side, is you then describe the impact. Like, when you are late to meetings, I find myself repeating what we've already discussed. Or we're waiting for you and then we only have 20 minutes left to tackle the issue of the day.
Okay, so we've got a format that we need to share with people. The format is you do this well, and
I'll tell you what it is.
Oh,
I have
please.
Yeah, I have a framework. It's 5.5 steps, and yes, I did say half. So the first, and this is built on something that the Center for Creative Leadership developed, and I've built on it from my experience doing this. for decades is, so first you state the situation, right? You're continually late for our Monday morning meeting. Second step is to state the behavior, which is you're late, right? So sometimes you can say that in one sentence, but state the situation. So the situation might be at our Monday morning meetings, you're constantly late. Then the third step is to state the impact it has on you. Do not say we, because then their mind goes to a place of, oh, they've been talking about me, and they stop listening.
That's good. That's good.
Right? So the impact it has on me is I find myself having to repeat what we've already discussed. Then you make a request. I would love for you, or I need you to show up to our Monday meetings on time. Then this is where the half step comes in. Pause. This would be hard for the two of you, the three of you. No, Clay, I think you could do this. Clay could do this.
I don't think you could.
Let's
yeah,
hear what
okay.
she has to say
Pause.
first.
Yes.
I'd like to make a request.
Pause.
Stop talking, Heather. Thank you.
Kiss ass. Kiss ass. Kiss ass.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's this pause and counting to 6, which for you ladies, I think would be hard. For most of us, it's hard. I'm poking fun, but it's hard.
Yeah.
Let it sink in.
6,
Let
huh?
them-
6 is that's a
It's
long time. Okay.
Let it sink in. And then the final step 5, is to make an inquiry. What's going on? Like, are you feeling anxious about the board meeting? Let's just say. Or what goes on Monday mornings for you? Like, I actually did this with a client, and there was a Wednesday morning 9 a.m. meeting for the team, a stand-up, touch base kind of thing. And this individual was late every single time. Like, not like 2 or 3 minutes, like 15, 20 minutes for a 30-minute meeting.
Oof.
And everyone was making judgments, and like, he can't get his act together. And then it comes out when, I coach the leader to give this feedback and start the conversation, that the individual was taking his neighbor for radiation therapy.
Oh, yeah.
And didn't want to burden. He's a private person. It was no one's business in his mind. And all of a sudden, it was just this easy conversation. Okay, we really want you there. We want your input. What would be a better time for you? And they literally switched the meeting till 10 a.m. It wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
But when we make assumptions, then, as opposed to giving this person, now, should that individual have brought that forward and recognized, like, I'm always late for this meeting, here's what's going on? Maybe, but it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Right? And at a certain point, we do get to the point of like, here are certain things that you're doing that are getting in your way. So it's not that we're not acknowledging it, right? Or we're not, right? But we are starting and priming the individual to be able to receive the feedback. And then my conversation with them is like, how do you take these strengths and bring them over to these areas that you need to improve? Because we all can improve. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
I wanted to ask Julie too. Oh, you go ahead, Blakely.
Well, I was just like looking over at my filing cabinet over here because I have a performance review written by my last boss that I never read because I kind of got it on the way out the door.
Get it out right now.
No.
I know.
Get it out. I want to.
No,
we gotta
read
hear
this
it.
on another episode and make it that.
You're right.
episode.
You're running out of time. Okay,
I have
you're right.
never read it because, and here's why. And it's something Julie implied, and that is, it wasn't going to be delivered positively, right? And I need the feedback. I get that, but positive and safe, right? Like there is something about creating a safe environment to even hear that and to receive it. And so I was just like, fuck that. I'm never going to read this
And Blakely,
thing because
did you?
it doesn't do any good for me.
No. Was there a lack of trust there with that individual?
Okay, here's the thing, because that individual is probably a listener. He's actually a very good friend of mine.
Yeah.
But I had
What's
started...
his name? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay.
He's a dear friend, and I love him. But I had started moonlighting my company while I was working for him. So, there was just tense times and we're all
Right,
tense.
right.
And so I think I had some feedback that needed to come my way, but I just quit.
Yeah.
And it's
Instead
hard.
of
And
reading the feedback.
well, and you know what? He's like one of my closest friends. I didn't want to read it. And I don't know that I still want to read it. So,
Well, Blakely, if it makes you feel any better, and I would watch this when I was in business school, we had a public speaking class. This is 22 years ago. And they recorded us on VHS tapes.
ooh,
I've
not Betamax.
never watched it. Not beta. I'm not that old. Come on. But I've never watched it. So if you read your performance
the
review,
confessional episode. Maybe it's like a mini in between episode.
Yeah.
we're watching videotapes and reading.
but you have to watch it and read it live.
Maybe I'll invite him on the show.
I love it.
Wow.
Yes.
And we'll bring
that is
Julie
going to
back
happen.
to basically moderate and help.
Yes, she'll be
I
our
love
mediator.
this.
All right, I'll
No,
dig it up.
this was a really, really, really fun episode. Julie, I didn't even get to ask you a single one of my prepared questions, and now we're out of time, which means you definitely have to come back.
Okay.
I did not.
I had a question for you guys.
Yeah, shoot.
Do we have a second?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you guys think about women sharing that they are going through menopause at work?
I'm going through menopause.
And you're at work,
first.
so okay. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah.
It's a great question, and I think it touches a little bit about what Molly was saying last week about, when you have a personal situation that could be potentially affecting work performance, do you bring it up?
The work-life
think-
mashup.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not there yet, as Blakely knows, and I love to remind her.
Because that's real nice, Heather.
I mean,
to come
maybe
back to where we started.
Honestly, I probably was having the hot flashes, and that's why I was
I've
in my
never
tank
had
top.
a hot flash. Let's not be so stereotypical.
I'm teasing you. No, it is such a sensitive topic on all fronts. If I'm the CEO, bring it on. I want to hear it from you. I want to understand how it's impacting. I want to understand if there's anything that I can do to accommodate it or make your life easier as you're going through this. If I'm the employee, I don't want to be looked at. When I was going through my divorce, I didn't tell a single person that I was getting divorced until it was final, because I was the boss and I didn't want to be in a meeting and have somebody say, oh, she's just mad because she's going through a divorce, or she's just, like that they would undermine what I had to say or my opinion because they were assuming that it was the other thing in my life that was going on that was impacting it. So as the employee, I would feel intimidated or worried about giving any information that might give someone else an opinion about what I had to say. But
Or what about everyone like, oh, she must be on that time of the month? Like, I hate,
Right, same thing.
I just come on. Like, just,
Yeah.
so I think that's a tricky question. And I probably need a couple episodes to get my thoughts around it, to be honest, Julie. But
Yeah.
menopause is something different for everyone. There are so many symptoms, and my kids at home are so tired of me going, oh, that's my menopause brain. They're like, oh, really, Mom?
Yeah.
They're like, because before menopause brain, you're like, oh, that's my COVID brain. They're like, maybe that's just been your brain all along. And I'm like, fair point.
I don't think.
But
yeah.
I guess my point is menopause, we should be able to say it. Like, who cares? I'm in menopause. Blah,
half
blah,
of
blah.
us are going to go through it.
Yeah,
right in the population. Yeah.
Exactly. But there are so many different symptoms. I would rather address what supports you need specifically versus having like, it's that time of the month. It's that time of my life. It's that time of this versus don't make me laugh too hard in a meeting because I'll pee in my pants.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think we can say that, but
you could say
know
it.
what
I
I mean?
talked about peeing on the pole. Yeah. No, I honestly, Julie, I think it's a whole other episode, to be honest, because
it's
there's
a good
just,
one though.
It is,
And
it
I
gets to
don't-
so many underlying issues that we were facing.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. But I ask because, well, you guys are experts. And I have an opinion, but I also want to open my mind to other ways
Could you
to
share
think about
your
it.
opinion before you leave the show? I'm just curious because I think you are the
Yes,
expert,
and
is my guess. Not
Okay.
me.
And I'm open to other perspectives. So I'm not there are a lot of things I stand firmly in. This is not one of them. I would not share, and I don't think women should share.
Because of
And
the
I know that's
stigma
controversial.
of
Yeah.
this time of the month
Yeah.
or those like
And to your point, at first, like it could be mom brain, it could be COVID brain, it could be menopause brain. Right. I don't
why
want to
don't
give
men have any
anyone-
brains? Like we have pregnancy, mom, COVID, menopause.
shit.
Did you
What's
just
wrong
say
with the men?
why don't men have any brains?
Yeah.
All right. There's so much
Okay.
more here,
All right.
guys. Thank you.
Julie's coming back, everyone. She's coming back.
Julie's coming back. Yeah. No, seriously, you were called a powerhouse on MSN recently. One of the female powerhouses to look out for. I think that is an understatement. I'm just amazed by you and the thousands and thousands of people where you have impacted the way they're leading, and you do it from such a human perspective. You're bringing it back to, at the end of the day, you be present, you give respect to the person in front of you, you be kind to each other, you give feedback, but you do it in a way that can be heard, that's with empathy, you listen to be understood. And there's just so much that we have to come in that. And I think we need to raise the bar of how we're treating each other in the workplace. So thank you for reminding us of that. I hope you will come back. That's not a fleeting invite. We have so much more to learn from you, but thank you for being here. Before we let you go, we are going to answer the question that we ask all of our guests, and we do answer it ourselves each week, which is, what brought a smile to your face this week?
Ooh.
So you can think about it. Does Blakely, Clay, do you guys want to go first? Well, I had the world's shittiest week, and we're not going to talk about it. But we are going to talk about my smile, and that smile is about to happen in about 5 minutes because one of my best friends is flying through the Denver thunderstorms right now and about to land. I'm going to pick her up, and Girls Week begins.
Oh, that's nice. It's sad. It's too bad you're still on that 2-week diet, though, huh? Where you can't.
I stopped that. I threw that out the window.
Oh, okay. Remember she was on like the
No,
no.
you just put pause.
She was on no caffeine, no wine. Remember how
It's
she was
coming
on?
back.
Yeah.
It's coming back, but
Yeah.
I decided to wait till after my friend left.
Yeah, I figured.
Good
I would-
thinking.
I would hope so. Clay, do you have one?
Yeah, it's football season, and last week I mentioned that my smile of the week was that my Detroit Lions took the field. They lost pretty bad that week. This week they crushed like 51 points, I think, which is very high. So I really enjoyed watching the game. It's when I can just be in my own world and just focus on one thing. And seeing them win made me really happy because it was a tough loss the week before. And this week it went really well. I know, so simple. It's like football
passion.
made you happy. I will tell you this
No.
though, that this team, it is unreal. And if you are not
It
a
is.
Detroit Lions fan,
You need to be.
right now we are going through this short window that comes for teams like ours where we have incredible leadership, we have an incredible team, we have an incredible story, and walking, out my front door and just like going down to the corner store, going to the coffee shop, whatever, it's all anyone is talking about. And it brings people together. And so you're just kind of like, you kind of assume the identity of like, it makes me really proud that I'm a Detroit Lions fan and I don't have to explain it to everyone around me. It's just like everyone is on the same page, and it's very, very sweet. So I'm going to probably mention it every week. So just buckle up, but it is a huge
I
deal.
hope it.
For the next 16
Yeah.
weeks.
Exactly. I hope that you get to. Jimmy Fallon did his whole ode to Detroit. Did you see
Yep.
that? He was at the show with Keenan.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I'll piggyback on that a little bit just to I'm there with you 100,000%. And also my fantasy football league reflects it as well, because I have so many Detroit Lions plays on there now. I have moved up into 4th place above Nick, which I'm very excited about.
Nice.
And a little side note, my picking has held strong for 3 years in a row. My team is called Hot Boys Only, and I choose based on looks.
That is
And
awesome.
My team is hot. Yeah. Every one of them. And then except for a couple, but
Wouldn't
slim
it be funny
pickings.
if we saw her team and it was like
No,
the
it's
worst
I
looking
will
guys on the
text
team?
you. I didn't know. And it's because, they're good looking. It makes them confident.
Like, okay, so wait, so are you judging based on their picture, or are you judging based on their aura? Like, what's the hotness scale? Like, where does it come in? Like, what is hot?
It's
Is
their-
it conventionally
it's their
hot, non-conventionally
picture.
hot?
It's-
Are they
it's as much as I can see off
quirky,
a
okay, so it's their
profile pic.
football like headshot. Okay.
Yes, it's when you're doing the picks on fantasy football and it picks up and it's counting down. I'm scanning the page going, okay, who's the hottest one? Boom. I'm telling
Love
you,
it.
I'm in 4th place. There's something
It's
to
a system.
It's a system. I mean, it's one. It's not perfect, but I don't know
Seems to
anything
be
else
working.
about football other than Detroit Lions, so it's all I got.
Wait, so Heather, did you?
That is
My
awesome.
sister just visited Colorado and saw Heather.
Yes, she
did you
did.
talk about this? Because she has her fantasy football thing is she picks who has the best smile, like the biggest smile, the happiest smile. That's her football team.
Oh, I like that
Okay.
one.
Oh.
Travis Hunter. He was like, he is the best smile
Colorado
in the
boy.
world.
He's your boy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a
Still
great
smiling.
smile. Okay, I'm looking it up.
Yeah.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my first one is Joe Burrow, Jared Goff, Puka Nakua, DJ Moore, Ricky Parcell, Jamar Gibbs. You see what I'm saying?
Jameer
No,
Gibbs,
I'm not.
sorry.
No, I don't. No
Jameer,
idea.
Thank you, Julie.
Those are all, hey, that's a hot list.
Those are a lot of fat necks there.
Hot is in the eye of the beholder.
That's a good list.
Yeah,
Just
there you
saying.
go.
Just
There you
saying.
go.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
All right, Julie,
Yeah.
bring us home. What do you got?
Okay,
this
so
week? Oh, wait.
I have.
Oh, I'm sorry, Heather. I realized. Did we just? Yeah, that was your topic. No, you haven't said your smile yet. That was still a
Yeah, she
Clay's
just
smile.
did.
No, I
Yes.
did. That I got up in the rankings.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hot Boys was your smile.
Well, no, I mean, I wouldn't say that, but it was that I'm doing well now
Okay.
in the league. Makes me happy.
Restart. Julie,
Okay.
bring us home. What made you smile this
Okay.
week?
So I have one, but I have to tag on to one other. I was flying home. We lived in Boston. My kids were born in Boston. I was born in New York. I'm not a New Yorker. That's a whole nother conversation. I was flying home on Sunday, and I was getting texts from my son, my mother, my cousin, that the Red Sox were sweeping the Yankees, and that brings a huge smile to my face. My mother is not sure if she's a Red Sox or Yankees fan. She still calls herself a Brooklyn Dodgers fan, but she loves Aaron Judge. So that's that. I'm tagging on to Clay. But what really brought me a smile this week is that for the last 2 summers, including the summer, my college roommate and my one of our really good friends from college have hiked multiple days in Europe, like around an island. And this year we were a little bit late in last 2 years, a little bit late in planning. And this year it's September and we've narrowed it down to Norway or Slovenia. And I could go either way and be so happy. But I love-
Slovenia.
yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm leaning towards. I'm
Yeah.
a little nervous about the cold, even in the summertime in Norway. But just having that to look forward to. And we've already planned, we're going to hike Mont Blanc in 3 years when we have a big birthday that's coming up.
Oh,
Is it the
yay.
menopause
That's
birthday?
exciting.
Is that a thing?
Was for me.
You're not supposed to ask about
Yeah.
that.
All right, you're right. Sorry.
Ah,
did
Blakely,
not
I can't
honor
take
our
you
guest.
anywhere. Okay. Well, thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Julie.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank
was
you.
so
This was
fun.
so much fun.
I'm
I'm
so
not-
glad. Bye.